membrane filled with goo.
Hey, by the way, hold on, Evan. 304 area code, please tell me you're an atheist. Or 303 area code.
I am an atheist.
Yes. Now, as you know, when you call in, you want to be prepared. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to say it slow, and you're going to answer the question. What proof or evidence? Hey, no. Listen, no atheist tricks. What proof or evidence are you willing to supply right now that atheism is accurate and correct? I'm going to repeat it one more time. The next thing out of your sweet, lovable atheist lips will be proof and evidence. It will not be madness. It will not be about unicorns. It will not be about Santa Claus. It will be proof and evidence that atheism is accurate and correct. Ready, set. Now, if you're going to go sidetrack and go nuts on us, we're going to have to take another call. What proof or evidence will you provide that atheism is accurate and correct? Do not answer the question with the question. Just answer it. Ready, set, go.
I'm not going to answer the question with a question.
All right. Okay, go for it.
I'm not going to answer it with Santa Claus. I'm not going to answer it with unicorns.
Okay, what proof or evidence do you have that atheism is correct?
That when you look around the world and begin eliminating all the things that Christians and other deists say about God, you come back to almost all of them fail. Some of them are unclear. Some of them are slightly supported, and my conclusion is there is no God.
Where's your evidence of that?
Well, on this radio show so far, by the way, am I only talking to you, Shock?
Everyone can hear you. Every single person
I understand everyone can hear me. Am I only debating with
you?
you?
What evidence do you have? Please stay on the topic. Please don't try to switch the subject like atheists always do. It doesn't work here. I used to be an atheist. I know the madness of it. So what proof or evidence do you have that that's right?
Well, Shock, if you want to have a conversation, I'm willing to have
What proof or evidence do you have that that's right? Please don't ask questions. Just answer it.
Okay. Which topic would you like to take? Morality?
What proof or evidence do you have that atheism is accurate and correct? This is your last chance.
You know what? This is your last chance. Have a good call.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the anger of the atheist that realizes he is wrong. All you had to do was provide proof or evidence. He is upset. But listen, atheists aren't upset at Christians. They're upset at themselves.
And it's not a multiple choice thing. You don't have to sit there and say, oh, well, which one do you want to take? You want to take morality or this. Just bring your evidence.
And I feel sorry for him. Everyone's laughing at the atheist, and they're saying he was pawned. But ladies and gentlemen, listen. This is the madness of atheism. You deserve to know the truth. Now listen, I have a confession to make. I used to be an atheist. I left the humanist religion of atheism. I used to be one. This is why the atheists hate me. Can you imagine an atheist becoming a Christian? There is no tolerance for someone like me, especially on YouTube. I've had my channel taken down 7 times by atheists, Wiccans, pagans. They do not want you to hear about the atheist that confesses Jesus Christ as the Son of God. Now, when we last left, you know, the problem, too, is the atheists, they're like, well, wait a minute. You know, why do I have to go ahead and provide proof and evidence? They want to go off topic. Stay on the topic. Go ahead, Evan. Let's use atheist catnip, and we'll talk about evolution. This is a comedy show, by the way. So let's go ahead and talk about evolution, which does attract the atheist to the show. And we were talking about, where did we left off, Evan? This is really good, what you're talking about.
Well, I was just saying we've got empirical proof of design. You know, the properties of DNA, which are immaterial and cannot be created by, you know, natural means. Molecules simply can't create interdependence, complexity, and beauty. And especially information storage, which is more complex than any computer program man has yet devised. You know, it's just insanity to see something like DNA and think, oh, yeah, it could happen. I mean, you know, that would have worked in Charlie Darwin's day. This is 2009. It doesn't wash anymore, you know. But when the atheists cling to evolution, because evolution, if creation is true, then atheism can't be true. See, so creation can't be true because they don't want there to be a God. So this is why they argue so vehemently against creation, the evidences of science, and they've become so vicious in the last 10, 15 years, is because, of course, modern science has discovered that Charles Darwin's ideas are from another century, and that's where they belong. And modern science has just discovered so much complexity and interdependence at the molecular level in a cell. I mean, at the molecular level. See, here's the insanity of evolutionism when it comes to just a single cell. Listen to this.
Listen to the insanity, ladies and gentlemen, of evolution.
All the little structures inside a cell, the organelles, and the different biochemical processes that go on inside a cell are interdependent. They could say, okay, well, these molecules could have gotten together and formed this kind of a molecule that could do that kind of work in the cell, and therefore, evolution can show you that it could happen. Oh, really? Okay, well, if that's true, how did the processes that support that process evolve? And wait a minute, that process depends on these 5 others, which also had to have evolved. And wait a minute, those 5 others are interdependent on 5 or 10 other biochemical processes in the cell for them to exist. So you're telling me this process evolved, but it had to have that one and that one and that one and this one and that 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 one already in place before it could evolve? Please, what cartoon book are you reading from? I mean, that's
and why do they expect us? Why do they expect us to just believe that? Now, all of you guys in the chat room, I want to tell you guys about something. I live in the United States of America. I think all our callers on the line do. Do you know that evolution is being rejected in big, big amounts? Only 4 in 10 people believe evolution is true. That means the majority of people believe that God created man. The creationists are winning. And now it is interesting that I went all throughout my godless, liberal, indoctrinating, socialist, government-run public school system, and I did believe in evolution. I will admit it. Evan, I think you were the same way. We were talking about dinosaurs and all this stuff. And then when you get out of school and you're able to educate yourself and get all the information, not just biased information, but all the information, then you're realizing, wait a minute, this is indoctrination. And by the way, atheists, there's 2 lines waiting for you guys. They're empty. Cobwebs are growing on the lines, yet no atheists are calling in. Now, can I ask you guys that are in the room, why do you really think, in all honesty, that the atheists won't call in or they'll hang up and run from the conversation like our previous caller did? Why do you think they're not calling in? What could it possibly be?
They lack the strength, intellectual, to argue their case.
Yes.
They don't have a strong enough case to stand up to against modern Christian apologetics. In the last 20 years, people like Dr. William Lane Craig, Ravi Zacharias, and scientists like John Baumgartner, I mean, galore. The information that supports creation and refutes evolution has, and Christianity, therefore, supports Christianity, that has come forth from the fields of science and history and archaeology in the last 20 years is overwhelming. Just overwhelming. Just recently, they discovered in Israel a Canaanite fortification.
I saw that
underneath the city.
That was amazing.
What the Bible says that there were Canaanites. 25 years ago, atheists said, "What Canaanites? They didn't even exist." Oh, really? We've discovered the Canaanite society. They said the same thing about the Hittites. The Hittites were made up in the Bible. They don't really exist, never did. Then they discover Hittite cities, an entire culture of Hittites, including their language. Oh, well, okay, lucky for the Bible. That's about the best they can come up with.
Can I say something as an ex-atheist? I've been on both sides, and Demon, I think I interrupted you, man. I'll make it quick. I'm going to say something. When I was in the humanist religion cult of atheism, what I've noticed my friends and I doing is we would hear things like what you and D-Man and John are saying, actual facts, and I notice, and it always bothered me as an atheist, that we had to, the word I'm looking for is strive. We had to work hard to overcome the facts and the mounds of evidence that was put in front of us. I recently...
The place where the atheist has won is in academia. Everywhere in every other field, atheism and evolutionism have failed. The only place that the evolutionists have succeeded, and the only thing they have succeeded at, is shutting out anyone who doubts or questions atheism or evolutionism in the school.